Martin O'Malley came to praise Cara Spencer for something many politicians run from, showing the public how their government works, warts and all. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, was in the room, and Mark is live tonight.
Yeah, we're outside the streets division where a lot of city workers are getting off and they're leaving work today. Imagine if all of your neighbors could see your performance review. Those are the numbers that we've been digging into. Potholes, trash numbers, all the kinds of stuff you'd think maybe City Hall wouldn't want you to see. But this morning, the man who invented the whole idea flew into St. Louis to tell us we're doing something right.
Think about the last thing you didn't want anyone to see. That messy room, the bad report card. The instinct is as old as we are. You hide it. Now imagine being a whole city government and deciding to do the opposite.
Sometimes bump up against 250 years of political wisdom that says, oh my God, you don't want to share that because your opponents or the press might cherry pick the bad things. Since we're trained to be adverse to all sorts of risk in government, we're not going to share our data openly with each other or anybody else. If you want the data, file a FOIA and we'll get back to you in 4 months, sort of thing.
He would know. Back in the early 2000s, before smartphones and social media, Martin O'Malley was mayor in Baltimore. He built one of the first systems in America to track a city's own performance and put it all out into the open. They called it CityStat, even if voters have since forgotten its name.
And most of them couldn't really tell you what CityStat did, but they knew once our administration came in, they could call just one phone number, and they actually came out and got the thing done. And that's what it's about.
That's the secret. People don't fall in love with a spreadsheet. They notice the street light that finally comes back on. And a single light on a dark block isn't just one light. It's a signal to the whole street that somebody's paying attention again.
Those so-called little wins in so many thousands of individual ways that send a market signal that this place is getting better.
Reporters in the room asked, but won't someone somewhere just try to juke the stats to make the campaign mailer look better? The mayor's answer was transparent in a way we didn't expect.
People know whether or not their trash is getting picked up better. They can feel that. That's the report card that residents are going to rely on, well, whether or not they're going to re-elect me. This is a tool we're also using internally to ensuring that we're doing that better week over week over week.
Did you just announce something?
What, that I'm running again in 3 years? Look, I have every intention to continue serving. I love this job and I love being able to see a market improvement.
A campaign announcement almost by accident, a lighthearted moment there in a conversation about transparency where the whole idea is this. Maybe people will trust government if government doesn't hide stuff so much. Interesting there, and in 3 years, perhaps this city will render its verdict on that front. Live in St. Louis, Mark Maxwell, 5 on your side.